guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. And for those who are already subscribed, welcome back. On my channel, I discuss nursing. And for those of you who don't know, I'm an LPN and I just graduated from school about a year ago. I've had multiple jobs, but recently I started working in med-surg at a local hospital. If you want to know a little bit about that, just watch my last video. But today I'm going to talk about why I decided to do Lpn program as opposed to RN program. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. Several years ago, I did actually start out in an RN program when I was in Florida, and just a couple things happened. I wasn't able to successfully complete that program. I was working full-time at the time, and I was taking some prerequisites in the evenings. There was one class that I just could not pass. It does not matter where I did. I've tried to take this class twice. It's microbiology. First time I started failing quizzes. I don't know if it was just me not understanding the information or if it was the teacher not explaining it properly enough for me to understand, but whatever the case, I could not pass this class. So I withdrew from the class because I didn't want it to ruin my GPA completely as far as trying to get into the RN program. Moving forward a little bit, after I moved back here to Georgia from Florida, I attempted the RN program again. I took all the classes that I needed to take, and of course, when it came to microbiology, same thing happened, and I was not able to pass this class. I was studying. I felt like I was studying really, really well. I was studying enough. It's almost like I just wasn't like it almost seems like whenever you certain stuff that you study is never on the test. So I kind of fell into the same situation that I was in before, and I wasn't passing my exams. You know, they give you a certain amount of time before you can withdraw or drop a class without it hurting your financial aid or whatever. And at the time, I was only getting a little bit of financial aid, so some of the stuff I had to pay for out of pocket. So like I said, wasn't able to get the grades that I wanted to get in that class, so I decided to withdraw again. But right before that last exam that we took, one of my classmates mentioned that they were starting an evening LPN program at my school. Now, I didn't really have any desire at the time to do an LPN program. However, I did want to be a nurse, and I wanted to be a nurse really, really badly. So I figured, well, if I don't pass this test, then I'll consider applying for the LPN program. I'm not sure if I'm going to get in or whatever. So, of course, I did not pass that exam. Got a little bit more information about that LPN program. It was at another campus for my school. It wasn't the main campus. It was another location. And like I said, it was an evening program. So the classes were from like 6 to 10. Like three or 4 days a week. Not really. I can't really remember. It seems like so long ago and I just completely forgot. But I applied to the program. At first I didn't hear anything. The deadline came. I didn't hear anything. So I assumed that I didn't get in. And at this point I was kind of discouraged and depressed. I remember crying to my husband saying, I'm just going to give up. I'm not ever going to be a nurse. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm just going to live the rest of my life as a medical assistant. And, you know, I had been a medical assistant for like 15 years. So I just decided that that's what I was going to settle at, just being a medical assistant. But I'm not the type of person that settles. So about a week or two, maybe past the deadline, I got a letter in the mail. I opened it and it said, "Congratulations, you've been accepted to the evening LPN program, blah, blah, blah." And I literally cried when I read that letter. Like, I was so happy that I was able to get into a program, a nursing program, that still allowed me to work and become a nurse. So the main reason, well, let's go three reasons that I decided to go with that LPN program. The first reason would be that it was convenient. Um, like I said, at the time, I was working full time as a medical assistant, so I'd work 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, but I would always get to work early, so it was more like 7:30 to 5. Um, so it was convenient for me to have an evening program and still be able to work. The second reason that I decided to go with the LPN program instead of an RN program is the cost. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but obviously, LPN program is a whole lot cheaper than an RN program. My program, well, typically the LPN program is 12 months, but being that I was in an evening program, that was considered part time. So it was 18 months, 18 months long. So we started in January of 2017 and we finished the following summer around June. We had our pinning ceremony in August. I think it got delayed because of COVID. Obviously, everything got delayed because of COVID. Um, Graduation was virtual, and that was in June, I think. We just kind of submitted photos, and those got posted as our graduation pictures. Um, but anyway, the third reason that I decided to go with an LPN program is, like I mentioned before, is that I was still able to work full time. I worked at a doctor's office, and they worked with me. They knew I wanted to go to school. We had already discussed being able to do things in the future as far as nursing goes, and they're always very, very supportive of what I wanted to do. And if there was days that my schedule allowed me to, where I had to be at class at a certain time, they would let me leave a little bit early. If I had exams or something like that, I mean, they would always work with me as far as my schedule went. So I was very, very grateful that I was able to maintain a full time job and still be able to take care of my house and bills and everything else, and still be able to go to nursing school. Now, my program also, even though I think it was 4 nights a week, I think it was, no, it was 3 nights a week. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we had our clinicals on the weekends, but it was every other weekend, so every other Saturday and Sunday. Um, I am very, very grateful that I was able to, well, I was grateful in general that the evening program came about, because everybody knows the majority of the time, if you're doing an RN program, you basically can't work at all. You're The amount of work and studying that you have to do kind of takes precedence over everything else that's going on in your life. There's absolutely no way that you can go in an RN program and still be able to work unless you're working PRN at a hospital or nursing home or whatever. Like if you're a CNA or something like that. Before, I've never been a CNA. I've only been a medical assistant besides my nursing. So at the time, that was all I knew, and I just knew that, I still had to work. So being able to do that and still become a nurse was probably one of the best things that probably could have ever happened for me and my situation. So like I said, I completed my whole program by August of last year. So I've been working as an LPN for a year, and I'm not sure if I want to move forward in an RN program. At this time, I do not have any intentions of moving forward in an RN program because I still need to be able to work. and pay bills and take care of my family. Um, so I did decide that I was going to probably enroll. Well, I had actually already enrolled in a bachelor's program um, for health services administration, because I do like the back end of healthcare just as much as I like the being on the front end. I just think that it would give me a little bit more leverage. And a lot of people always say that if you if you're an RN, you got better opportunities. But in my opinion, if you do whatever you need to do and then you stay focused, that you could pretty much do anything that you set your mind to. It doesn't mean that you can only do these things as an RN, because I know a lot of LPN supervisors and things like that. So don't let anyone tell you that the only way you can move up in the world or move up in healthcare is to be an RN. Now, for some people that might be accurate, but to each his own. I'm not going to knock anybody down for wanting to move forward and being on RN, but for me, LPN is going to work um, for me at my current point of life. Um, Being an LPN does not make you less of a nurse. Um, Either way, in my opinion, whether you're an LPN or an RN, you're still a nurse and you're still able to take care of people and help people. So that's the most important thing for me. Um, so if you guys have any doubts about whether you want to do an RN program or an LPN program, don't brush LPN off completely, because it may work for you and you're still able to even work as an LPN while you're going to RN school. It depends, but for me, like I said, for right now, I don't have any intention of moving forward with an RN program. So that's pretty much it for today. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. And remember that if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can know when I upload any new videos. You guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.